What's your particular interest in nutrition and neuroscience?
Well, for a very long time we've been interested in the nutrition of the brain, and specifically the polyunsaturated fatty acids that are so important for brain development and that accumulate in the brain starting in roughly the third trimester of gestation and continuing really out to about 18 years of age. We can consume what we call the precursors, that is the building blocks that would be made into those fatty acids, but we can also consume them as a preformed version in, let's say, seafood.
A lot of us try to eat healthily for our bodies. Is there a difference in what we should be eating in terms of looking after our brain?
Now, when we were kids, we all heard about Grandma saying that we should eat fish because it's brain food. Grandma probably was right because fish has a composition that chemically looks a lot like the brain, and at least on those grounds, and well, on those basic grounds, we can think about our choice of foods as feeding the brain. We also have medically accepted evidence that choice of foods that we give to young children and pregnant and lactating women seem to have positive effects on the mood and cognition and things like that.
Where do you think the future hot topics in the area are likely to lie?
Brain has got a very different composition than the rest of the body, in a sense. It's not just meat, it's really mostly fat. And it's a very special kind of fat. And that special kind of fat in foods tends to be, let's say, associated with shorter shelf lives. And so there's been a challenge to food manufacturers. Food is food and the production of food and the maintenance of food and the whole food system from, as they say, farm to fork is a key area. We also have a sense that developing more medically accepted evidence for various aspects of brain development, for cognition and so forth at different age ranges.
How do you get populations to change their eating habits?
I think another approach is to take a look at what people are eating and optimize the nutrient profiles of those foods, working with the food manufacturers who are key partners in all this. In other words, see what people are eating and optimize that rather than simply wave our finger at them and say, no, you can't have that lollipop.
Brilliant. Tom, thank you.
You're welcome.